we should be good. Yep.
We go deep. Bright screens glow. Things that play. Let the stream roll. This is the Roundtable podcast. Turn it up. Let the time slip past. Voices spin like a midnight cast. We go deep. We don't move fast. This is the Roundtable podcast. Hit repeat. Make the moment last. Every thought like a signal blast. Lock it in. Feel the forecast. Click in, tune out the noise. Hot takes, cold drinks, so joy. Story after story in a chain. Laugh breaks cutting through the brain. This is the Roundtable podcast. Turn it up. Let the time slip past. Voices spin like a midnight cast. We go deep. We don't move fast. This is the Roundtable podcast. Hit repeat. Make the moment last. Every thought like a signal blast. Lock it in. Feel the forecast. Round and round, say feet. New sound, hey. Name in the chat. Yeah, you're part of it now. This is the Roundtable podcast. Turn it up. Let the time slip past. Voices spin like a midnight cast. We go deep. We don't move fast. This is the Roundtable podcast. Hit repeat. Make the moment last. Every thought like a signal blast. Lock it in. Feel the forecast.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. Welcome to Battle World. We are here, of course, with my lovely co-host, my friend, my brother in arms, my confidant, Raccoon.
Ooh.
Now, with that being said, this is a special episode.
Muted?
If it were, I'm sorry, what?
Do you have me unmuted?
Yeah, you should be unmuted. You good?
Okay. Yeah, I'm good. Sorry.
Okay, dude, don't scare me like that.
Well, I just didn't see my icon changing, so I was like, "Oh shit!"
No, you're good. You're good. Yes. Hello, guys. Sorry we're a little late running. Technical issues. Oh shit. And lots of fun, of course, as one has when you're streaming. So,
Please.
Raccoon, would you like to say why this is going to be a special episode?
This is going to be a special episode because we are pitting some of our favorite characters and that against each other into a death battle of sorts.
A battle to the death, of course. Wouldn't want to, have any trademarks or anything like that. A fight, if you will.
Sure, yes. A battle of blood.
Exactly. So, guys, shall we go to our first battle? So, I have the whole inspiration behind this kind of podcast episode was our love of characters from all different fandoms, and of course, Raccoon and I had to pick a few of our favorites. So I will let Raccoon introduce his character first.
So my first pick was Carnage from Marvel.
If you want to read the card, you can.
So we've got Carnage. He's about 6'1". He weighs 190 pounds. And depending on which variation, he can be anywhere between 20 or 30. He's got green eyes in his human form and white eyes in his symbiote form. He's got red hair, and he is completely insane. His profession is literally a serial killer. And so Carnage, growing up, his real name is Cletus Cassidy. He started out as a serial killer at a young age. He killed his grandma's dog and then threw his grandma down the stairs. Got put in an orphanage. He lit that on fire. Became a troubled person in his lifetime, becoming a mass killer. Ended up in prison with Eddie Brock while he was separated from the symbiote. And when the Venom symbiote came to rescue him, it left behind a chunk of it, which bonded to Cletus Cassidy and what made him into Carnage.
And it's a good point to make that because Cletus was insane, that part of Venom bonded and became insane, basically. So that's why
Right.
There is a bit of a personality shift between Venom and Carnage, and that's also one of the parts that he's also red. One of the, as Venom would say, he's a red one.
Yeah, because I believe the symbiote, when it bonds with the host, it picks up on the host's behavioral traits. So with Cletus obviously being constantly thinking about killing and murder, and the symbiote picks up on that and goes, "Oh, we can help you with that," and basically makes him a walking weapon.
So, for my pick, I had to pick someone that was had at least a good chance at fighting Mr. Cletus Cassidy or Carnage. And so I had to pick Alex Mercer from the Prototype games. Now, the reason why I picked Mr. Alex Mercer is, let me just pull up the card here. Give me a second,
I don't know
guys.
nothing about this guy, so
well,
educate me.
actually, he's actually brilliant. He's a brilliant geneticist. Okay, so let me pull up my card for him. Of course, I might have been a little bit busy doing this, so that's why I'm doing it now.
And they weigh the same?
Yeah, roughly, actually. Yeah.
Yeah, they're both 190 pounds. That's crazy.
Alex Mercer is 5'10", 190 pounds, age 29. His eyes are blue, his hair is brown, and his profession is a geneticist. He was the head researcher of the Black Light Project, at Gentech, a company developing bioweapons. His specialization is he has a doctorate in genetics from Columbia University. He was actually responsible for engineering the deadly black light virus, which has infected him, giving him ability to absorb people the ability to change his hands into multitudes of weapons. To again, this is off of my limit, or not limited, but like my playthrough of Prototype a very long time ago. The ability to fly at certain points, as well as just have spikes all over his body, and generally being a random, not random, but a able to adapt to many different things. He can also absorb bullets at times as well. So, guys, another part of our fun little matchup here is we have a battle arena wheel.
Oh yes, this was fun to come up with.
So, on this wheel, as you might be able to see, we have New York, Elder Recess from Monster Hunter, if I'm not mistaken, Wreckers Island, Olympus, Hell, Canadian Wilderness, and Ancient Forest. So let's see where our combatants will be fighting. And this is all random. Okay. Olympus has been chosen as the battleground.
Oh God.
So let's see. So let's kind of talk about how this will affect the fight. If depending on which version of Olympus as well, if it's Mount Olympus from, let's say, most lore from Greek mythology, I'm also I used to be a Greek major in college. It's way up in the mountains. The symbiote, I don't think, would have an issue with heat or cold up there. Well, not cold at least.
Well, the thing is symbiote's weaknesses are most generally fire, electric, high-pitched noises.
Right.
Unless like they've been exposed to it a lot, then they can become immune to it.
Gotcha.
The thing that would make a major difference in this, I would say, is like, because we picked Olympus based off of Kratos.
Yes.
So like, let's say for instance, there's still the dead bodies of some of the gods up there.
Okay.
Let's just say.
Right.
The symbiote can absorb those bodies and basically boost Carnage into a godlike being, which he has done in the comics and became the God Butcher.
That's interesting because if, again, also Alex Mercer has that ability to absorb bodies as well. So he would actually get some of their powers as well. So it's going to be pretty even, like in terms of being able to absorb.
Yeah, because hearing Alex Mercer and Carnage, they're not that much different, other than Alex Mercer, almost like in all the photos and everything I've seen of him, he looks mostly human except for like his arms.
Yeah.
And Carnage literally can. Carnage's whole body is basically a living organic slime, pretty much, that can literally just change his whole shape.
Yes. Also in the Prototype games, I forgot to mention, Alex Mercer can actually infiltrate by disguising himself, using the absorbing someone, like in the game you can absorb a soldier and take on their personality as well as their memories, as well as how they look. So he can actually infiltrate as well.
But with Carnage,
yeah.
though, I don't think that would really matter because Carnage is literally just if it ain't him, he's killing.
True. Agreed.
So even if like there was gods up there still or whatever, I don't think Carnage would really care. He'd be like, "Oh, another body, sweet."
No, agreed. Right. So, it would depend on whether or not where we are in the lore.
Right.
So, to be honest with you, I didn't really think that far ahead. So I'm taking this as kind of a everyone was transported away from Olympus and these two were just left there kind of thing.
Yep.
Kind of giving an even playing field.
Right.
If I remember correctly, I know in certain lore there is fire up there. Because in Greek mythology, Prometheus had to steal fire from the gods to bring it down to humans. Right? So that may play into the battle, ladies and gentlemen. So shall we see who wins? This is also randomized battle prediction. So guys, come on. We have exactly Alex Mercer and we have Carnage. Anything else you wish to say about this before? Well, I'm gonna hit predict, and it's going to pop out it's analyzing now, and we're going to see who wins. Anything else you would like to say, sir?
Like about like the battle itself, or
Anything you want to add? Oh, there we are. Carnage wins. Now, unfortunately, with this app, it doesn't tell me how they won.
why?
And doesn't tell me why they won, as well as it doesn't run it 100 times, let's say. So, if we do maybe like another episode later on in the in the podcast, maybe like a tournament of champions or something like that, take whatever winner win that we have, we might do that and see who wins. But if you guys...
I'm actually not
Okay.
I'm not surprised that Carnage won, to be honest, because the more I think about it, like if it was Venom, he's big, he's bulky, he's more known for like his strength.
Right.
But Carnage is more agile. He's highly aggressive. Like there is no hesitation. And the amount of tendrils and weapons that he can make out of himself is like almost unlimited.
Yeah, it's based off of like what he's needs at the time. Kind of like what Alex Mercer. But go ahead.
And he can make multiple different types of projectiles that he can regenerate. He can use the tendrils to turn into like blades, hammers, axes. I mean, and he's very fast. Like that's Carnage's thing, is he's fast, he's lethal, and he's like unpredictable.
Yeah. But guys, if you on YouTube, if you would like to see other characters be put into the battle arena, leave a comment and we will see what we can do in the next or into another podcast if we do get enough traction, as it were, with this type of podcast. But let's go straight into the another battle, shall we? So this battle, Raccoon has definitely wanted to see who'd win.
This one is going to be the fight I am most passionate about.
Yes, I need to find... Okay, so Shall you, or would you like to introduce your character again?
Yes, this one is Huntsman and Wolverine, correct?
Correct.
So Arthur picked
Yes.
Wolverine because it was his turn to pick first, and I sat there and I was thinking, well, I'm a huge fan of Monster Hunter, and I was thinking, well, what really give Wolverine a run for his money? And what better than the main man himself, the Huntsman?
When you
He
said the
is
main man, I immediately thought of Lobo.
Lolo. Yeah,
I'm like, what?
I thought that too. So we're talking about a guy here. He's just a normal human. He's got no powers or nothing. He is canonically 5'9". His weight is unknown. His age is estimated to be in his 60s, based on his 40-year tenure in the New World. Which, mind you, the New World was a place where hunters were deployed, where the wildlife was unpredictable. It was kill or be killed. You had to bring your best if you wanted to live. Which reminded me of Wolverine. That's what he does. His survivability, his fighting, it's very much the same. His eyes are unknown because he's always wearing his helmet. You almost never see him without it. His hair is also unknown. And he is a veteran hunter of the First Fleet. So he's like the start of this. Like when they decided to build the guild, they're like, we need to explore this place. He was there. He started it. So he arrived 40 years ago with the First Fleet, and he is considered the best hunter in the First Fleet. Arguably superior to the Admiral in raw hunting skill, he is believed to have trained the field team leader, which that's very impressive knowledge to know. And his appearance, he exclusively wears an old-style Raytheon Blade Master armor set, which is visibly damaged from his past encounter with a Teostra, which is an Elder Dragon, and they are basically gods amongst the ecosystems. And he uses mainly a longsword in the more previous games, but in the older games, he was first seen with a Raytheon or a Rathalos greatsword, which is a lot bigger and heavy. His personality is prickly, he's stubborn and old school, and he ignores modern technology. He does not like it. He likes old school. He likes to go fisticuffs with about anything. And I think he's going to give Wolverine a hell of a fight.
Now, I'm going to do something that I did not do in the last fight, because it'd be kind of hard for me to do. Raccoon, would you like to pick which weapon he uses?
Ooh, yeah, I want him to use his longsword, his Raytheon Wyvern blade that he calls Leaf.
Alright, give me 2 seconds, and I will type that in. Would you
Because I think he's going to need all the speed.
Would you mind telling the viewers the background? Oh, you kind of did that, but give me 2 seconds.
Like, you want me to tell him why I'm impressed with him or what?
Yeah, go for it.
So, in Monster Hunter, the whole goal is to play bigger monsters, more powerful monsters, and upgrade your armor, change it up, weapons, whatever. And what impresses me is in the lore, he's always using the Raytheon armor. He does not change it, which to me shows that he is more confident in his skills than he is in his equipment, that he doesn't need to change it. Which, from a hunter's aspect, that's really impressive to see. And I think with his skills, I think he can go toe to toe with Wolverine quite easily, I believe, because he's also never lost a sparring match in 40 years.
Well, that is impressive, I will say that. Okay, I've typed in Raytheon Master Armor and Longsword Wyvern Blade Leaf for the Huntsman. So, of course, guys, I as many of you might know, I am a huge fan of Wolverine, and I had to put my boy in. Okay, James Howlett, Mr. Wolverine, Mr. AKA Logan himself, is 5'3", 105 pounds, without the adamantium, and 300 pounds with adamantium. He is roughly 200 years old, and because of his healing factor, he looks not 200 years old. So that would also give him the battle knowledge of 200 years worth of fighting. His hair is black, his eyes are blue, and he is the best there is, and he's good at what he does. Shaken and traumatized, James fled to the Yukon, adopting the name Logan, and losing his memory, where he lived in the Canadian wilds and later worked as a miner. In the Weapon X program, after decades of living in the wilderness, Logan was captured by Weapon X and in clandestine government operation. They grafted the unbreakable metal adamantium to his body and skeleton, including his claws, against his will, causing him to go feral and subsequently erasing his memory due to a gunshot to the head by an adamantium bullet. Now, the part I have, and the part I want to get clarification with Raccoon, is you know your boy better than I do. I know Wolverine quite well. Which Wolverine are we putting in? The adamantium version, or the one where he is more feral and is stronger? Because that would depend.
Well, I mean, well, yeah. I mean, ultimately it depends. In my personal opinion, I think the Huntsman, could handle himself with either or. I think.
Oh. Okay.
But, and I have my reasons. So
Okay.
when we do the thing, based off of the result, I mean, I'm willing to go into detail on why I think so. But
okay.
I'm curious on which one you would think. Like, do you want the more animalistic version, or do you want, like the X-Man himself?
I think I would go adamantium version, because even with the adamantium basically poisoning his body and his healing factor keeping that in check, he's more keen, like knowledgeable in fighting. When he goes animalistic, right? And this is not even talking about berserker mode.
Right.
When he goes more animalistic, when he goes back to bone claws, he is stronger, but he's also more feral, so his body actually changes,
right,
and becomes more feral. Like he actually starts becoming, he actually ends up getting fangs and such, and more hair. So
right.
I think,
and doesn't he get bulkier too? Like his whole
Yes.
body, like his structure, just kind of like
yes, he
bulks.
In the X-Men lore, he actually gets stronger without his adamantium bonded
Right,
to his
because
body.
the poisoning isn't like
Exactly. So yeah, I'm going to pick that version of Wolverine, because I want him to keep his wits about him. Because again, I can understand where you're coming from. I think that he's going to need his battle knowledge to fight Huntsman.
I agree. I think it would be more of a fair fight, I think, with his adamantium
Yes.
version of himself, because if you went feral, I mean, he'd basically be another another beast, which
Right.
I think would play more into Huntsman's hands. So I think I would rather him be an adamantium version to make it a fair, knowledgeable fight between the two.
Exactly. Okay. That sounds good. So, guys, where are we going to have them fight? Where are we going to have them duke it out, as it were? Let us see. We're not doing Olympus again. Come on now.
Like, yeah, keep fighting here.
I'm not going to remove it because that might play into a different battle, so we're just gonna roll it again. Ooh! Home court advantage goes to Wolverine.
Canadian Wilderness, huh?
Yes, sir. So,
Okay.
guys, let us see who shall win. Of course, not Carnage, but you know, I'm hitting predict. So, guys, Wolverine gets home court advantage. That would play in because he also knows a lot about the wilderness. He could survive out there. So, Wolverine wins. Raccoon, I'm sorry.
I mean, I expect that, honestly, because especially with him, being clear-minded,
Mm-hmm.
that definitely helps. Now, I could see aspects of why I think Huntsman would win,
Please, go ahead.
but so, and I already knew kind of that this was going to be the outcome, because ultimately Wolverine can play the long game, but with 40 years of experience of hunting monsters, I mean, Huntsman has seen literal gods and has fought them. And I think overall, because his blade, the special thing about his blade is it does cause poison. So I feel like that would really slow Wolverine down. And plus, these hunters, they fight monsters the size of skyscrapers and stuff sometimes. Like, I mean, they have to have a lot of force, which I mean would be probably equivalent to the Hulk,
Okay.
depending on the weapon. And it is well known that about the only way to kill Wolverine is with his special blade, or to keep him drowning.
Right.
And that's why he avoids water most of the time when he fights.
For me, I would love to know how they came to that prediction, but I could see Wolverine using the elements to his advantage, right? He would hide, he would come out using guerrilla tactics, he would make traps, he would, again, like I said, he has home court advantage. I could see him coming out of the darkness and attacking. Kind of like how he would treat Sabretooth, right? Yes, the poison might also give Wolverine a run for his money, but he would have to do multiple hits multiple times, and then Wolverine, depending on how many hits he takes, I actually hit my mic. With how many hits he takes, yeah, the poison will build up in his system, but if it's just 1 to 2 to 3 hits, Wolverine's healing factor would play a part in that.
I agree. But I
Go ahead.
mean, ultimately though, too, you got to remember, Huntsman is a master tracker and
True.
hunter. Like, so he knows the signs of something being covered up. He's also uses traps. They hunt monsters. I mean, that go invisible with camouflage, that use the elements, that can change their behaviors like on the dime to different stages.
Right.
Um, I really feel like he would pick up on Wolverine's, kind of action when he gets towards deep water.
Right.
And plus, depending on the injury, I mean, it takes Wolverine a while to heal. Like
Yeah,
if you
depending.
sever like a limb and this might be a little outstretched, but I'm willing to take it. With the long sword, you do have a move set where they can do like a sheath quick draw, and it does a fine cut.
Mm,
And if he could land that on the neck
right. That might decapitate
and
him.
sever Wolverine's head,
Hmm.
I mean, he might be able to buy himself time
Yeah.
and
And
find a way to keep him down permanently. Because the only way you're going to kill Wolverine in this aspect is if you can keep him constantly, like I said, drowning, or
right.
keep him to the point where he can't keep getting up. So, like, constantly trapped almost.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, those are good points. And yeah, I would agree with all of those as well. Like, there are certain aspects where Wolverine would not be able to keep up with his healing factor. There might be times where Wolverine would have to run away to heal and then come back eventually. Like, so again, sadly I can't do this like 100 times or something like that. But
Right. Which, I mean, I do think Wolverine, though, ultimately would come out on top. But I think even if, like, when he did win, I think Huntsman would be a fight he would remember for the rest of his life, I think.
sorry, you kind of broke up there for a second.
Oh, I was saying, I think even with the outcome of Wolverine winning,
Mm-hmm.
I think Huntsman would be a opponent that he would remember for the rest of his life. Like I think he would leave kind of almost like trauma because
Yeah. No, I could see that.
I mean he's not superhuman, really. I mean they don't really have any special abilities. Like this is a normal man
Right.
that can go toe to toe with Wolverine. I mean that's pretty
No,
impressive.
no, I agree. I would give credit to the Huntsman, right? Especially if I knew more about him. So, shall we go on to the next one, sir?
Oh boy.
So, with this matchup, if you don't mind, Raccoon, I'm going to take point on this one.
You go for it, but you honestly probably know more about both these characters than I really do.
So, I had to come up with an idea of who I wanted to put in, and I had to put in my other favorite character from one of my favorite fandoms. I had to put in Kratos. So now, with that being said, I will always have a special place in my heart for the original Kratos, right? I love both versions. I love the anger of the original Kratos, and I love the wisdom of the older one. And even though he's a little bit more subdued in his older age, he still has that anger inside him. He's just learned to control it a little bit better. So let's pull up Kratos' stat card, shall we?
Spartans! What is your profession?
So, guys, Kratos. He is 7'8" tall in the Greek mythology. in Norse mythology is 6'4", so he's a little shorter. Now, roughly 200 pounds. 200 pounds of pure muscle. He's over 1,000 years old as of Ragnarok. That's encompassing the entire stretch of the games, right? He's lived through centuries in the Greek mythology as the god of war. And into the Norse. His eyes are brown, and his hair, of course, is bald. Now, with that being said, guys, his profession, his style of profession, he doesn't need a profession. He needs to he always has to ask, or people have to ask him this.
Spartans! What is your profession?
He is a Spartan general. Or at least it was. Okay? Before becoming the god of war. So, vengeance and godhood. Haunted by his nightmares, Kratos served the gods for 10 years before killing Ares to win freedom. He then became the new god of war. But it was later he was betrayed by his father, Zeus. So he is a demigod technically. Now, the destruction of Olympus after killing Zeus and many other gods, Kratos destroyed the Greek world. He ultimately found his redemption by refusing to let Athena take the power of hope that he acquired, instead impaling himself to release that power to humanity. While in the Norse realm, older and wiser Kratos struggled to control his anger, acting as a mentor to his son Atreus, while keeping his brutal history a secret. Now, Mr. Raccoon, who would you pick
Arthur.
against Kratos?
So I brought the big boy himself, Doom Guy.
Go ahead.
So he's got the height of 6'8" in canon, with some sources estimating up to 7 foot with armor. He weighs 360 pounds of pure heavenly muscle. His age, he's billions of years old / eons old due to his time in hell, though he was originally human. His eyes are brown. So in his classic era origins, that's Doom 93 to 64, Doom Guy was an unnamed elite space marine serving in the United States Marine Corps. He was sent to Mars as punishment after assaulting a superior officer who ordered him to fire upon innocent civilians. While working security for the Union Aerospace Corporation, or the UAC, on Mars and its moons, a botched teleportation experiment opened a portal to hell. As the sole survivor, he fought through hordes of demons, eventually pursuing them into hell itself to end the invasion. The Vengeance. Upon returning to Earth, Doomguy found his home planet already ravaged by the demonic invasion and his pet rabbit Daisy killed. This act ignited his infinite rage, prompting him to rip and tear through the remaining demons. And becoming the Slayer in Doom 64 to Eternal, after years of fighting, Doomguy decided to stay in Hell to prevent future invasions. He eventually found himself in the world of Argent Denur, where he was taken in by the Night Sentinels. Due to his unmatched skill and hatred, he was blessed with inhuman speed and power by the divinity Machine.
Very good.
So yeah, I'd say he's kind of like Kratos, but cooler, I think.
Well, I would agree there are certain aspects that would both make them very good commands. So, guys, I would like to take this moment to say thank you very much for the interns for getting all of the measurements and everything. It probably was hard.
I can imagine.
But yes, guys, shall we see who or where, I should say, our battle will be? Jeez. Yeah, no, we're not doing Canadian Wilderness again. Come on now. One per round, guys. One per round.
Could you imagine Kratos and Doomguy fighting in Canada?
Oh, Elder Recess. Okay.
Oh,
I
this
don't
would have
know
been a
anything
good
about
location.
This, so, go ahead.
So Elder's Recess is where a lot of like Elder Dragon activity happens in Monster Hunter,
Mm-hmm.
and it's got like a lava biome, which is almost fitting because Doomguy in Hell,
Right.
and it's where like the Eater of Elder Dragons likes to reside.
Okay.
So it's a very how they put it is the environment is very survival pushing.
Got you. Interesting.
Perfect for these two to fight in.
I would honestly, I'd be like, I could see like dragons and shit flying by, and then Kratos be like, "Ah, dude, we have to wait. Can we stop for a second? We have to go deal with these dragons."
and Doomguy doesn't usually talk, so he just kind of just stare at him, just start breathing heavy.
Right, or something like that. So he also reminds me of Master Chief, so that might be also another battle.
That's better than Master Chief. Do not.
I would
do
agree.
not.
I'm saying
Do not.
that.
Do not compare him. That's like comparing gold to poop.
No, I'm saying that they both don't talk much.
Master Chief's a loser.
Wow. I guess we know where Raccoon's loyalties lie, huh?
Yeah,
So,
Doomguy.
shall we see who wins? Good luck, combatants. Let's see who wins. And of course, we of course both love each other's fandoms, and this is out of respect. I hope my boy wins. But of course,
my boy wins. Daisy.
Of course, we do this out of respect for each other and a healthy. Oh, there we go. Nice. Kratos wins. But guys, we of course, Raccoon and I are good friends, and we want to keep this respectful. We don't hold any animosity. Whoever wins, even if I lose or he does, we like talking about this. So again,
Yeah, it's all in good. It's all in good fun.
It's all in good fun.
We wanted to do this to kind of show our passion for our favorite genres and knowledge of the lore and stuff of our favorite characters. So this was a good opportunity.
Of course. So, I had to I'm glad that we are actually doing this because it's actually fun. It's very fun.
Fun.
So, Mr. Raccoon, our next battle is a battle of animals.
Oh, the Battle of the Beasts. Yes.
So, I will let Raccoon say just the name of who he picked, and the reason why I had to match him. So go ahead, Raccoon.
So I gotta give Arthur credit. He went for every single fight, different fandoms, and not me. I had to loop back. I chose Ruiner Nergigante from Monster Hunter.
Now, me personally, I've never played Monster Hunter. I've never had the privilege, but I have no idea who Ruiner Nergigante is. So I was sorely lacking in knowledge for this fight. So when Raccoon told me who Ruiner is, I had to really rack my brain, as it were, to think of a person or animal to stack up versus Ruiner. And of course, I had to go Deathwing from WoW. But I will let Raccoon go through Ruiner stats.
Before I do that, I want to say this was a good opportunity for both of us because you don't know much about like my character I picked, and I have never played World of Warcraft.
Mm.
So I didn't even know what the hell yours was until I looked it up. I was like, oh Lord.
Well, to be honest with you, like, good.
I got my money on my boy because let me tell you, if you've played the games and you fought that damn thing, you've seen what he can do. God damn.
Well, I have a caveat, and I'll say it right before I introduce Deathwing, but go ahead.
Oh, its height is approximately 5.9 meters. Its weight is unknown. Its age is a veteran old age Nergigante that has survived countless battles. So, Ruiner Nergigante is like a subspecies, pretty much, of a normal Nergigante that has survived harsher lifetime than a normal one. Its eyes are piercing, intense yellow. Like you look at that thing and you swear you're looking at the devil. Like that thing is gonna like tear you up. And for its, I guess, quote on hair, it has permanent metal spikes. They're not technically permanent, but its size is 2,300 centimeters. Wingspan is 17.88 meters. And like I was saying, it's a variant of Nergigante that has been both figuratively and literally hardened by countless battles, boasting a darker coloration and a new coat of much harder metallic spikes, which grant it even greater lethality. Once grown to their full length, these metal spikes can be flung at victims, where they are capable of creating deep lacerations, causing them to bleed profusely. Some of the metallic spikes are reflective and shiny, resembling white crystals, called the diamond thorn. These unique spikes form after countless battles where its thorns repeatedly break and regenerate, which at a certain point, a mutation occurs that births these silvery spikes. This mutation also makes spikes stronger each time they break. Now, this boy, I tell you what, he is like feral dog on steroid. He's like a flying bullet. He will cannonball into you with these spikes. He'll fling them. He'll attack you. He's just destructive. Like there's nothing safe. And he eats elder dragons that are like 3 to 4 times the size of him. Like, he don't care. If he's hungry, he's gonna eat. So he will hold up a good fight.
Very good. Now, guys, before I introduce my pick, I will say I've never played the Cataclysm expansion, so I never got to live through Deathwing. I did hear about it afterwards, and I ended up playing WoW through Shadowlands and into Dragonflight. So it's was several years after Deathwing was in WoW. So I had to do a little bit of research. So I mean, our interns had to do some research, of course. And I'm sorry for the families of the interns that might have been eaten during these troubling times in collecting the stats. So, guys, shall we go to Deathwing? Now, I'm going to zoom in on this. Not too much. He's around 56 meters, approximately 183 feet, though he's sometimes portrayed as higher when rearing up on his hind legs. Incalculably heavy, described as a mountain of scale, slightly older than 20,000 years old. Eyes, cruel, glowing red eyes, shining with malevolence. Skin, primarily black, scorched scales heavily cracked and broken to reveal molten, fiery interior. The length is approximately 600 feet. We say approximately because I also would not like to get close to that thing to try to measure them out.
Either.
Some analysis suggests a length closer to 150 to 160 meters. His wingspan is 365 meters, or 1,200 feet. Deathwing, the Destroyer, formerly known as, please forgive me, I'm going to butcher this name, Nagrathoth, the Earth Wanderer, was one of the 5 dragon aspects and leaders of the Black Dragon Flight. Ages ago, he was empowered by the Pantheon with dominion over Earth and the deep places of Azeroth. However, driven mad by the old gods, he turned against the other aspects during the War of the Ancients, eventually abandoning his title of Aspect of Earth in favor of being the Aspect of Death, becoming one of the greatest terrors of the known world. His name too became one whispered with feeling of fear and contempt amongst the mortals and dragons. He was perhaps the most powerful servant of the old gods. Now, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, let's see where they're going to fight. Rikers Island.
Why? Oh no!
Everyone's dying.
Everyone's dead. Fuck.
Yep, everyone in the prison is dead. So
What prison?
exactly. So we had this in for Cletus to get home court advantage, but I believe that there will not be any home court advantage given to both of our combatants. So
Nope.
yeah. So let's get the battle going. Let's see who's going to win the dragon fight. Guys, good luck. Who do you have? Who are you going to pick? It is analyzing. Oh, sorry, that was my Deathwing, really? That's surprising. I would put money.
One of these.
I would have put money on Runer.
Yeah, I mean,
would've
I
lost.
think so, because with speed, let alone, speed alone, I mean, my lord.
I mean, do you want to do like a 2 out of 3?
Screw it, let's do it.
All right, let's go. Let's run it again. And guys, I want you guys to know, you see this is analyzing. I'm hitting this each time, so I don't know the outcome. I don't want anybody in chat saying I've rigged it.
Rigged it.
Yeah.
He doesn't want Raccoon to win any.
Oh, Deathwing again. Wow.
Damn.
I'm sorry.
Well, I guess Deathwing.
Again, I would love to find out the like little minutia of each battle.
Yeah, I would like to know why.
Yeah.
They say that they win, because I would put all my money on Runer, like 100% for this one.
And I honestly would have as well. You know, especially being the fact that Runer is used to fighting dragons, right? He's used to eating them.
Right, like
maybe like I don't know how smart Runer is, right? But I could maybe throw in a case for Deathwing to maybe outsmart him. Given like he also has battle tactics from being like in the war, as well as being at like, I know at one point at least he becomes human, for some reason I don't remember why, but possibly. But again, guys, if you guys have an idea why that they would win, or Deathwood will win, please put it in the comments. We actually do read each comment on our podcast channel.
we do, and we do love suggestions for what people would like to see for future episodes.
Yes. So, now I believe that is it. Wait, hold on. I'm sorry. I'm getting a report. We have another battle. Raccoon, did you know about this?
I didn't know nothing about it. I was wondering why the ground was shaking.
So let's I have another scene here. Give me a moment, guys. For some reason it's a duo fight. Now,
Can our stadium even handle that?
I don't know. I think we might need to get a new one. Raccoon, I'll let you say your side.
We're getting fired for this.
Probably.
So, for my side, I've got Juggernaut and Colossus. I'm a huge fan of Juggernaut, boy. Like, God. So for height, I've got Juggernaut, commonly depicted at 9'5", and Colossus is 6'6" in his normal human form, and 7'5" in his metal skin form. Holy shit! For weight, Juggernaut is 900 pounds to 1,900 pounds.
He's a bit of a beefy boy.
He's a big beefy boy. Colossus is 250 pounds in human form and 500 pounds in his metal form.
Oh shit! I forgot to put the stat card closer. There you go. Sorry, guys. Go ahead.
Age, Juggernaut is in his late 60s, kept young by the gem of Sidorak. And Colossus is in his late 20s. Boy, it's like the battle. It's like the youth and the elderly just coming together for this one. Eyes, Juggernaut's eyes are blue, and Colossus is also blue, unless he's in his armored form. Then he's silver. For hair, Juggernaut's hair is red, and Colossus, his hair is black. For professions, we've got Juggernaut as a mercenary, an adventurer, and a former military officer. And Colossus is a former farmer and construction worker. Also an X-Man. Cain Marco, known as Juggernaut, a longtime enemy and sometimes ally of the X-Men. As a child, Cain was regularly abused by his alcoholic father. His stepbrother, Charles Xavier, on the other hand, was treated much better, exceeding him in studies and sports. All of it caused Cain to hate Xavier for years, which, if any of you don't know who Xavier is, it's Professor X, the guy in the wheelchair, the bald guy. Serving the U.S. Army, Cain accidentally found the Temple of Sidorak and obtained the Crimson Gem. The gem's mystical power transformed Marco into Sidorak's avatar on Earth. And born to a simple life, Pyotr Rasputin, a mutant with the power to transform his body into steel and have phenomenal strength as Colossus. Approached by Xavier, he joined the X-Men to fight for mutant and human relations. So I picked two powerhouses.
Yes. And another thing that's good to kind of also throw in there is Colossus' sister ends up to be Ileana from who turns into Magic, aka Magic. So yeah. So I actually didn't know that. I didn't put two and two together. I have seen Colossus' sister in the old cartoon, but I didn't know that she ends up becoming Magic, so that was a bit of a like, holy shit.
Oh, I do also have to add, the reason why I put Juggernaut and Colossus together on a team. Now, I don't know if this would be even analyzed, but it's the thought of why I did it. Colossus is actually Sidorak's favorite host. And Colossus is the only one that has gotten to use the true form of Sidorak, which is what gives Juggernaut his power. And Colossus has become the avatar of Sidorak and became Unstoppable Colossus.
That is very interesting.
My thought process was if Juggernaut dies, Sidorak would technically have another host that he prefers anyway, and Colossus would become Unstoppable Colossus and would get his true form.
That's interesting. I didn't know that. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it looks cool even.
So, guys, I had to I had to try and throw in with that lot. So I of course, my first person when I think of power is Hulk. But I needed a person to kind of also be able to hang with Hulk and the other two, Colossus and Juggernaut. So I had to really stretch, and I picked Doomsday from DC, of course.
Oh, you went with Doomsday?
Yes, sir.
Last I knew it was Spawn.
Well, I would have said Spawn, but it makes more sense Doomsday, because even though Spawn would have been a decent fight, I don't consider him a huge powerhouse, right? He's strong, right? Especially against demons, but I don't consider him, like, I would never think of Spawn like, oh yeah, he's a super powerhouse kind of thing.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, Doomsday is definitely a killing machine. I mean, he goes toe to toe with Superman. There has been fight sequences where he has fought Hulk, and he can really keep his stature. So, I mean, but that is good though. I mean, you chose two powerhouses. I chose two powerhouses. I'm curious to see how this ultimately.
So this is
ends
the
out.
battle of the powerhouses, guys.
Oh yeah.
So Bruce Banner, commonly depicted as 5'9", and Hulk, his alter ego, typically depicted as 7'6" to 8'7". And World Breaker Hulk is 8 feet 8 inches. I had to throw that in there because that's also one of my favorite versions of Hulk. Doomsday is depicted as 7'6" or 8'10". Bruce Banner, his weight usually resides around 128 to 170 pounds. Hulk is 140 pounds. 1,440 pounds, and to 1,400 pounds. World Breaker Hulk is a whopping massive 2,400 pounds. Now, Doomsday is 915 pounds. Ages, Bruce is 33 years old. So that would also mean Hulk is technically 33. Doomsday, 245 to 250,000 years old. Bruce Banner's eyes are brown, Hulk's is green, Doomsday is red. Hair, Bruce Banner's is brown, Hulk is a green, and Doomsday is white to no hair. Profession. Now, Bruce Banner is a world-renowned nuclear physicist, scientist, and medical doctor. Hulk, he doesn't technically have a profession, but he is a vigilante as well as an avenger. And Doomsday, destructive force and mass murderer. Dr. Bruce Banner, a brilliant but emotionally burdened nuclear physicist whose life changed when he shielded a teenager, Rick Jones, from a detonation of a experimental gamma bomb. The massive gamma exposure creates the Hulk, a powerful alter ego who emerges when Banner experiences extreme anger or stress, like being in a fight with two other powerhouses. Bruce Banner becomes a fugitive, relentlessly pursued by the U.S. military, especially General Thunderbolt Ross, who's Betty's dad, whose daughter Betty remains Banner's closest emotional anchor. Despite his inability, Banner occasionally allies with other heroes, becoming a founding member of the Avengers, and later finds acceptance amongst the Defenders. Doomsday, a genetically engineered Kryptonian monster, created by the scientist Beltron, who repeatedly cloned and killed an infant on prehistoric Krypton to force the rapid evolutionary adaptation. After this, and other violent deaths, the creature developed an extreme durability and hatred and an instinct for destruction. It eventually became powerful enough to survive Krypton's environment, kill Bertrand, and rampage across the universe, destroying worlds. Killing a Green Lantern and even defeating Darkseid, the people of Kelatron finally killed it and launched the corpse into space, but later arrived on Earth. So guys, this is going to be our last battle, and we are going to see where it's going to be.
Fighting.
Oh, we almost hit New York.
Oh God.
I mean, we could go Elder Recess, but we've already had Elder Recess, so let's spin it again. And yes, I know I could remove the picks, but we've already had Olympus. You know what? Let's remove. We haven't had Hell. Give me a second, guys. We haven't had Hell. We had Canadian Wilderness. We haven't had Ancient Forest, we had Elder Recess, and we had Rikers Island. Okay, guys. Here we go. Ancient Forest.
Ooh.
I mean, that works.
That's a good one. That's a good one. Another Monster Hunter ecosystem.
Yeah.
Basically a giant forest / jungle. Perfect place for these four to freaking duke it out.
And I would also say, like, Hulk is not opposed to using trees and shit like that as weapons.
Same with Juggernaut.
Same as Juggernaut, right? Yeah, so I could see that's a decent fighting arena. So guys, let's
I have a feeling I know who's gonna win.
Oh, do you? You want to give your?
I think it's gonna be Hulk and Doomsday. I really do, because
I switched up to where I put them. So just
what?
to give because usually I put mine in the first one, so I put yours in the first and mine in the second this time. So
Oh, gotcha.
Hulk and Doomsday wins. So, did you actually say that, Ricken?
Yeah, I could see them winning, because I mean, ultimately, in the end, Colossus cannot stand too well against this group as it is, because like, he fought Hulk. Hulk literally snapped his arms in his metal form. Doomsday literally fights Hulk or Superman, like blow for blow. I mean, the only person on my team that could, I think, go toe to toe with those two would be Juggernaut. But I was having hopes that they were going to go with my theory of if Juggernaut got killed, Colossus would get it, because Colossus would be stronger than Juggernaut at that point.
I mean, I could put in Unstoppable Colossus, and we could try this again.
Yeah, try it once. I'm just curious.
Also, guys, I'm running this like it's a one and done. So like, if let's say Juggernaut and Colossus killed Doomsday, he would not regenerate. Like he would not come back eventually. So yeah. All right, I'm running this again with I put Unstoppable Colossus. So let's see. Good luck, Raccoon. Man, I wish I had the like little,
The
drum.
drum roll.
Yeah, the drum roll.
Yeah.
And the answer is Hulk and Doomsday again. Wow.
Really? Okay, now that I'm surprised.
Wow. Again, I would love to find out like the little minutia, like because
Yeah, I'd like to know
technically,
why.
Juggernaut already has the Crimson gem power,
Right.
right? So if I made it unstoppable Juggernaut, or sorry, unstoppable Colossus, would that technically be 2 gems of Sidorak that are out there? Like
Yeah,
I don't know if
technically, yeah.
I don't know if that played into the analysis or not, but yeah. So guys, that was our show. That was our show.
Thank you for being here.
Yeah. Thank you all for being here, and if you guys would like to see your picks being battled out here, and where we have where we would actually learn about other people, please not write us, but put it into the comments below, and it may be considered for another episode.
Yeah, definitely put in what kind of battles you'd like to see. So, like, for example, if you wanted to see Hawkman versus Darkhawk from Marvel, so Marvel versus DC, put that in there. We would love to get in there, learn more of the lore of these characters, and definitely test our knowledge against each other and see who we think would come out on top.
Yes. And also, if you are doing that, well, I guess I could look up where they are from to give them like an arena. So,
Right.
but yeah, guys, that is our podcast. We hope that you enjoyed it. I know I did.
I did too.
Raccoon, please tell people where they could find you.
So you can find me on YouTube or Twitch. I post videos on YouTube, but I stream 5 days a week on Twitch as Jester Raccoon, my name for both. And I do a couple different games on Twitch. I'm a little bit more chaotic than I am on here. It's a little bit more professional Raccoon here.
Yes, and that's Jester_Raccoon.
Correct.
For myself, you can find me under the moniker on Twitch at Khal Arthur. That's KHAL Arthur. You can also find my YouTube under the same same name. And yes, I will be working on a few shorts as well as some other clips for YouTube. Of course, thank you guys for joining us here at the Respawn Roundtable, and we look forward to seeing you again in the next episode. This is excuse me. This is being broadcast straight to YouTube, so yeah, there will be no waiting for me to upload the video for the next day. So please, guys, do take care of yourselves. As I've said on my stream, mental health is a very big issue. Please take care of your mental health and make sure that you are pouring into yourself before you can pour into others, meaning take care of yourselves, or you take care of people that rely on you, because that is extremely important. So Raccoon, please.
Like we always say, well, first off, I want to say thank you everybody that was here, who showed up, enjoyed the fights. If you did like what you saw, please make sure you like and or subscribe or both. Share with your friends. And what I always say over on my channel is love one another, be kind, laugh always, and remember, you are important. The world is better with you in it. And each person is special in their own way. And to just keep on smiling, because eventually the sun will shine on you, even in your darkest days.
Yes, we sometimes lose sight of that ourselves, but I want you guys to know that no matter what you guys are going through, there's always going to be people out there to help you. There's always going to be people out there to talk to. And everyone, I want you guys to know we love you all.
Amen.
Well, we will see you all in the next one. Take care, everybody.
Goodbye.
Take care. Bye.